一年一度嘅英國皇家雅士谷賽馬節將喺6月16號星期二正式開鑼。呢個歷史悠久嘅大賽事已經有超過300年歷史，係由英國安妮女王喺1711年創立，將賽馬同皇室傳統融合埋一齊。賽事開跑之前，皇室成員都會乘坐馬車入場，入場嘅觀眾就可以喺呢個皇家巡遊之下一睹皇室成員嘅風采。當中，英皇查理斯3世更加係全場焦點，因為有皇室成員入場睇跑馬，所以入場人士着裝要求好嚴格。男士必須着得西裝骨骨，如果要入會員席就要着埋禮服兼戴紳士帽。女士們就着得花枝招展入場，吸引一大堆閃光燈影相，同行 catwalk 冇分別。大家好似參加一個超盛大嘅 party 咁，一邊享受賽馬樂趣，一邊度過愉快嘅一日。呢個賽期入面嘅重要大賽，全部都係由皇室成員親自主持頒獎，所以無論練馬師定騎師都好渴望贏馬，喺皇室成員手上接過獎杯，呢一種光榮完全係另一個層次。今年競馬特約海外專員 Ben Chan 身在英國，走訪咗唔少地方，揾唔同練馬師同騎師做訪問，問下佢哋嘅賽區參加皇家雅士谷嘅最新狀況，等大家得知第一手消息。今次 Ben Chan 就揾嚟游孝廉同包紀耀做訪問，兩位練馬師都喺英國有份量，而游孝廉相信大家都對佢唔會陌生，因為佢就係香港練馬師游達榮嘅哥哥，佢亦派過港邊小區嚟香港跑過3次。呢區最近一次來港，更喺G1冠軍一哩賽中跑第3。上年皇家雅士谷賽期，游孝廉就以2區贏馬，包括港邊小區同休閒時光。今年佢再派呢2匹馬上陣，當然希望想再喺雅士谷揚威。依家就一齊嚟聽下佢點品評呢2區嘅機會啦。
You have Docklands to defend his title in the Queensland. How did that victory mean to you when he won the race last year?
Well, I think it'll be something that fully lands next week, actually, when we sort of go to run again as a defending champion, I suppose. The Queen Anne it's very iconic. It's obviously the first race on the Tuesday every year, and the champion milers run on it and win it. So to win a race of that calibre, obviously we daren't allow ourselves to actually think we could. So there was probably a slight overreaction when we did, but no, it was incredibly exciting and a real milestone in my career.
How do you see him defending his title this time?
I think we're going in as well as he was last year, if not a little bit, coming in slightly, I don't want to say better form, but more the finished article again, with even more confidence behind him. I thought his last run in Hong Kong was a fantastic run, by a long way his best run, anywhere away from Ascot, which for us is incredibly encouraging, and so we're looking forward to taking him back.
Talking about Hong Kong, like you said, you're happy with that run. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, again, so it's his 3rd time he's been there. He's improved every time he's run there, but this was the first time he wasn't going to Hong Kong off the back of another international run somewhere else, and so we were very confident, one, that he was going to run well, and that also he'd learnt enough from the 2 other runs to put up another improved performance. There's definitely a degree of sort of track craft that's required around Sha Tin that takes a bit of learning, I think, and he's learning that at the moment, and we saw that last time in Hong Kong.
Talking about time for Sandals, he won the Commonwealth last year as a 3-year-old. How delighted were you when he won that race?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic effort, and it's always hard, like Group 1s, particularly early on in your career. I think you go in hoping you don't look stupid rather than expecting a winning performance. But we did feel that the two previous runs could be slightly upgraded and that we were a little bit overlooked in what was a year where horses dropping back from the Guineas appeared to be the sort of fancied form horses, so we probably picked a good year to be running in as well, but we felt that fast horses on fast ground we were going to see her at her best, and she duly obliged. Yeah.
How did you see her progression, like since her campaign for the first half of the 2026?
Yeah, she went in sort of 80% for Newmarket, and I thought was running a very good race. Got a bit lost down the dip and into the dip, and so I think the tiredness came on quicker because she didn't handle the dip. I think if you handle it, we might have got away with it. But thought she ran well there. We thought she'd come on to York, but you know, we're now up against older sprinters. You need plenty to go right for you, and on the day the draw didn't help. A couple either side of us were a bit slow and then kicked up, and we ended up sort of three in a line, all blazing along, you know, running the race the wrong way round really, and they'd had a bit of rain as well, which I think all three of those together probably just meant it was a slightly underwhelming run on the face of it, I think, personally, but I do feel she's really hit a groove since York, and we're third up into Ascot again, so let's see. She's going to start off in the King Charles III, I would think, and then, all being well, run in the Queen Elizabeth as well. So the plan is to run in both sprint races, the Tuesday and the Saturday. Yep.
Another horse, Laporte, he finished second in the Britannia last year. Could you talk about that run? Like, he was a little unlucky in that run.
Yeah, again, brilliant run. What is it, a 28 runner handicap? You need a degree of racing luck, and we had plenty. We were drawing the right side, but it was a little bit of a mixture. You'd only run the 3 times, so you need the gaps to come, and when they do come, you've got to be sort of professional enough to take them. And he probably just didn't quite know what was being asked of him just when the gap really came. But obviously a fantastic run, and we were delighted with him, yeah.
He was leading in the Festival Stakes over a mile and a quarter last night. How do you see him going back to distance?
I think, you know, we ran him a mile and a quarter, really it was his first time a mile and a quarter. I do think he stays that trip, but at the listed and group level, he's just not quite up to that level, that calibre of horse. So we're going back to the conditions where it was nearly one of his best ever runs. So a straight mile with a strongly run gallop, I think, probably shows him at his best, yeah.
除咗游孝廉有實力馬攻皇家雅士谷賽期外，近年喺英國冒起迅速嘅練馬師包紀耀，今年亦派出強陣攻雅士谷。現年34歲嘅包紀耀，於2019年喺英國新市場開倉練馬，短7年內訓練出唔少名駒，亦贏出唔少大賽。如訓練短途良駒、堅信喺英國、愛爾蘭、法國贏唔少大賽。上年呢匹馬更遠征杜拜，勝出1級賽亞喬斯短途錦標。今年亦訓練出劇烈氣象，贏1級賽英國2000堅尼。現時劇烈氣象更會跑皇家雅士谷，首天賽事1600米，G1勝詹姆士皇宮錦標。當然想延續勝勢。另外，包紀耀亦派出兩吹兩節嘅 Protection Act， 跑第3天賽日嘅1993米 G3 漢普頓宮錦標，同埋派出3戰3勝嘅 Westport， 跑第4天賽日嘅1000米荷里雷德宮錦標。呢兩匹潛力非凡嘅賽駒都有機會為包紀耀揚威皇家雅士谷。而家就嚟聽聽下包紀耀點分析佢呢3匹實力馬啦。
George, the Hong Kong racing fans are excited to see Bo Echo again after the 2000 Guineas. How did winning your second classic mean to you?
It's a huge thrill. Look, he's a colt who we've always held in high regard, but to go and do it in the fashion he did was hugely rewarding for everyone here at home, and yeah, look, he's a colt who hopefully it's just the start of his 3-year-old career. I think he was still quite a weak horse then. He worked nicely the other day on slow ground, and I think just with his physical maturity that he's starting to show, it's really allowing him to sort of hit the line better. Physically, he has that bit more presence now, and yeah, he's just certainly going the right way.
What sort of work have you put on him since the 2000s?
He's done a number of pieces of work, but it's all been progressive, working back from Ascot as his main goal for the midsummer. But yeah, he's a horse who finds everything very easy. He always has done, and yeah, it's just all been pretty straightforward for him.
What do you think about the opposition? Everyone is waiting for the rematch between your horse and Stead, as well as the visitor from the France.
Yeah, it's a very exciting race. I think to have 3 Guineas winners going against each other, and the Godolphin horse put in there, having won the Heron, is it's massive. I think it's great for the sport. I think it's great for the meeting to have such a sort of big dust up of 3 Guineas winners, and yeah, we're just excited to be a big part of it.
Another horse, Protection Act. He's going to the Hampton Court. Could you talk about him, stepping up to distance?
Yeah, a colt that we've always held in high regard, Protection Act, son of Star Spangled Banner, who was very weak at 2, did well to win his maiden and just progressed through the winter. So he's a bit of an unknown quantity, but he comes there in terrific shape and should give a good account of himself.
Stepping on distance is okay for him?
I think so, yeah. He's got a bit of stamina in his pedigree. He's out of an Azamore mare, and the way he moves in the mornings suggests that he's more than capable of stepping up and trip.
Westport, another unbeaten runner, is competing the Palace of Hollywood House. How happy are you?
Yeah, he's trained good. Westport, nice horse who we actually bought with Royal Ascot as a 2-year-old in mind, and he had a little setback as a midsummer horse and just never really got there. So he's unbeaten. He needs to step up. He's stepping up in grade and first time into a handicap, but his work has been pleasing, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how he gets on.